And parents do change their minds all the time. You change your mind because you get more information. You change your mind because the situation changes, and what you thought you wanted and you thought made sense no longer makes sense. As you gain better understanding and more clarity around what the situation is, sometimes then you actually have a little bit of space to say, wait a minute, I want to see how this fits with my values. I want to see how this fits with what we want to do as a family. What I thought I wanted at the beginning now actually is different. Sometimes it comes from the medical team who says, we're at a different place. Let's look at the decisions we talked about before. Do they still fit? Do they still make sense for your child? Do they still make sense medically? And sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. And so there absolutely needs to be the flexibility where there's always an opportunity to sort of say, wait, I've thought more, I've gained more information, or the situation has changed, and I actually want to think about making a different decision.
We had done everything we could do, and his life was still not in a good place. And so at that point, I prepared those 2 days to go into Dana-Farber and say, no, we're not doing this anymore. And I can remember feeling, amping myself up to have the confidence to say that to them, to really put my foot down this time. But also preparing myself that this is not going to go well, that they were going to fight me on this. And we went in and they saw him, and before I said anything, his nurse practitioner said, we can't do this anymore. We can't give him chemo. And I was like, instantly there's this huge relief. And then 1 second after that, it's like, what do you mean? Because as much as I knew that was true and that was what I wanted, for them to accept it so easily made it very clear that there were no more options. This was not going to end well.